My lord Marquis, it is you. I am Sebastian Rutherford, Chief Steward of your...
Of course.
Yes, my lord.
And what was so sensitive that you...
1,000 apologies, my lord.
It's all right.
I am here at Martha's, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's currents, and what I have learned is grim. The fall of the subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. The gears of governance have ground. The realm threatens to... Your lord, uncle, however...
That sounds like...
It is. Hence my...
Alas.
I have lost They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times...
So you want me? I'll need to know...
One I sent to investigate the Republic.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down.
Thank you, my lord. My associate in Dhalmekia would have had to pass through the Republic's checkpoints to gain entry to the capital. Perhaps someone in Dalimil or Tabor.
There were ghosts. The gate's not days ago.
You needn't fret.
The creatures.
The meadows, then.
That's what they
Good girl.
We're not allowed.
Hippocrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot. You deserve a rest. Now that is heady. This must be the Drake's Mint. That just leaves the Skyworm. Have care. This must be our wyvern. All right. Let's get this over with. I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back. It's not going to... Easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
You fought very bravely. You would have been lost without you.
Mummy, are the bad men going to come back?
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch.
Perhaps.
Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master. You can start by...
I already...
I'll deal with this.
You that one's master, then? If you'd kindly...
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't...
Oh, you... He hasn't had many...
Fire and flame!
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but these were men of...
Much has changed in the Republican army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this kind of thing before.
Many times. I was sent here to...
You're one of Rutherford's men. You sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could... I arrived in Dunamill several days ago, but when his men confiscated my...
The captain is no more.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free.
What of the Fist sent? Surely they wouldn't allow such...
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked.
Then it's worse than me. You should return to his...
You won't mind if I...
Not at all. Now, to find this... If he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start... There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere. What happened here?
If you're with... They've already relieved...
I'm not. I'm looking for...
Then you found him. I'm Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane
of the 7 high houses of Rosette. It's been... a long... Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw...
Bandits.
They looked more like field... It didn't matter in the end. I did what I...
Which way did they go?
South.
All right. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach. Visit the vet.
Thank you.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Make for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice. Many thanks, traveler.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to make for the
And stand by, as ill might befall the heir to the Duke.
It's just Clive. Which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close to their gates.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even... There are few hands left to work the fields, and even the market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits,
Rockford, if you are to continue, you first need to seek the attention.
I shall return to North, but allow me to thank you.
Don't thank me.
I suppose he'll be wondering. I shall send a Bastolus as soon as I...
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece. I see you're still here.
The Rest's location affords a constant flow of traders, and with it, a constant flow of information. Speaking of which, I received word from both my
I only happen to be in the right place. They both seem to think the realm's prospects.
I am afraid that Storm is in crisis, and we must work.
As it is mine.
I will see that your Lord Uncle is made aware of the situation in both Dalmekia and Sanbreque. And inform him of your timely assistance.
Seems the hideaway's lost its... So?
I did, and he was as helpful as ever.
And what precisely will I be cooking up?
Blueback wyvern liver. And...
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Now then, you stay right where you are. Let's hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what they were on about. And here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher...
So, not.
What? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet, it is the piquant. It is a tour de force. A force of nature, even. A maelstrom of
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking.
decent. It's remarkable. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men?
I'll give it some thought.
That book may be a veritable treasure trove, but the recipes are hard.
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance.
I didn't mean... I just thought I had to protect you.
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if you've always been me, and I'd have you stay that way.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again. And again.
Why, you big fine.
Thanks, Nan.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil.
Of course.
Stop it. You make me one good eye. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours.
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome. I trust you'll be waiting for me in Tabor, where I can finally introduce you.
Canva's walls will not hold the Akashic Horde for long. We can only hope they hold it for long enough.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that. Fancy a look at the list, do you? Anything catch your eye? Seen enough?
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised? Here you are. Come again. I may have more for you.
Clive. Don't be a stranger, eh?
Stone!
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it. The Echoes have a will of their own.
No holding back.
Kill! All yours, Torgal!
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
This one.
I do. Where are you off to now, then? Bound for the Free Cities, perhaps? Oh, no need to say if you'd rather not. We all have our reasons. Ain't exactly feeling like sharing with strangers myself at the mo. Truth be told, I could do with a bit of inspiration. Don't know which way to turn no more. Was doing a roaring trade back in Oriflamme. Right up until the poor Drake lost her noggin. So, thought I'd try me luck in the desert. And the Fang went the same way. And don't get me started on the mess in the bloomin' Dominion. Suppose I could try Camber next. But knowing my luck, the old place be crawling with the works before I'd even sat out me stall. But as I always say, where there's crisis, there's opportunity. The opportunity to mint Gil, that is. So, where to next? Is there any money to be made in Ash? Do orcs even carry Gil?
You're injured. What happened here?
It swallowed up. My own men did this. There's a village not far from... We can...
I'll go. Rest well, so... You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Good. I got here in time.
Over here! All yours, Torgal! Kill! Someone there! Please, I can't move my leg!
That doesn't sound like an Akashic. You're with the battalion?
I am.
Taken care of.
Another survivor.
His wounds were too...
He was right to send you. Though Tabor is safe thanks to you. You seem...
You must have me
Wait. Son of a whore. I was there! In Costness when you killed my brothers! I was there in Rosalith when you killed my commander!
My war with Hugo Kupka is over.
And what of my ill will?
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it.
My oath!
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving...
No. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are...
Man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. Just know that I... You will regret not killing me when you had a chance.
Finished.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Welcome, travelers. We don't get many visitors here in Tabor.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Welcome, welcome.
Go safely.
I feel like I fleshed 100 skins today.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or scratches will bring down the price.
How are those new boots treating you?
They're
fantastic. Soft as phoenix now, but tough as boiled butter. That Cyril fellow's an odd fish, don't you think?
Well, scholarly sorts like him always are, aren't they?
Why won't the sky go back to how it was? I don't like it.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Solomon.
You wouldn't happen to have a decent whetstone?
Not a scratch on them.
Have you noticed the Elder has been coughing less of late?
Thank you for the deer leg, mister. Mummy made a pottage from it.
Sounds delicious.
Recent quarry's been hard to find since the sky's turned.
It has indeed. Can't blame the beasts for being on edge.
Here's the scraps you're after.
Thanks. Can't do without leather if I'm to polish these stones.
These aren't ready for sale, if that's what you're thinking. And I'll thank you to keep your hands to yourself.
Yes, the finish.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua. The Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waluda knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them? Yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
Quite.
How dare you!
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic! He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Walud. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough. Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you. So then, how long has Walud been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominants, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Umielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.
It's Plagian. He cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Opportunity beckons. Who among... Is that blade for hire?
Figurative.
Well, a passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade. That an elder dread Evis are aggressive beasts. Compelled as they are to acts of violence, few survived...
How do you want to sell?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted. Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the worked hide of a well-aged beast... Now, that would fetch such coin that Gilbert himself might weep with envy. Bring me that beast's skin, and I will share with you...
All right.
Of course you will. When one lives in... Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. Once you reach the... I eagerly await your safe... A fortune in skin and scale awaits any man with a will to claim it for his own. Leave Tabor by that path, venture west. The ancient beast roams the fields of Karan.
Beneath the flood, yes.
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic. You! Finally.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my...
The university?
A specialist in ancient cultures. The most accomplished in all. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my study. The answers I seek lying. Would you do an old man a kindness and brave the stairs?
Climb the stair.
And memorize a few some courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history. 3 of them, to be precise. I'm here in the hope that those carvings, namely the otherwise undocumented origin...
I can't promise I'll remember...
Remember what you can. I'll piece together.
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
Back to how it was. I don't like it.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dalman.
Not a scratch on them.
Have you noticed the Elder has been coughing?
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Mummy made a pottage for it.
Sounds delicious. Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read. The engravings were in good repair.
Oh, what the... Come, don't tease me now. Let's start with the...
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor, sacred hold thy noble blood, till ends the mother's labor. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother crystals. But whatever could have driven the
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone, or...
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor its guardian roots could never account for. This is proving...
Children of the Hunters, now Tillers, that's all 3.
And so, we add primitive 3 engravings. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last, but little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is...
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Ha! For years, I have pondered the mysteries of Tabor's founding. Would that I had made the journey as a younger man.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or scratches.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix, and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token. For as long as you bear it, members of our order will if there is nothing.
No.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk about this. Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.